everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel Cosmic Intention. Today I'm going to be channeling any messages that Spirit wants to bring forward to you at this time, anything you need to know to help you in your current situation or that Spirit wants to bring to your attention. There are 3 tarot cards on the screen for you to choose from: the Sun, the Moon or the Star. Just take a second to breathe and really connect to the image you've chosen. This will help clear your energy so that messages can resonate with you. This is a timeless reading, so the messages are meant for you regardless of when you find this video. Feel free to pause the video if you need an extra second to decide, and please take a second to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much guys, I'll see you in your reading. Hi guys, welcome everyone who chose the Sun card. This is going to be your reading. We're going to start off with some oracle cards, and then I've got a few different decks that we're going to pull from just to go a little bit deeper. So, the first card we have is Wings of Light, becoming something new. We have Adjustment, looking back, moving forward. We have Wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. And then we have Shark with Purpose. And Transformation, the Sea Otter. Okay. Just move these out of the way. So, what I'm getting, Spirit wants to talk to you about your purpose, but specifically how you are transforming currently to make sure that your purpose can be fulfilled. And this could be different for everybody. For a lot of you, I feel like you could have been questioning, are you on the right path? Are you fulfilling your purpose? What is my purpose? All of that kind of thing. And Spirit is saying you may not be very, very clear on what your purpose is now, but as you come through this transformation, as you move forward, as you look to things that are new, it will just become a lot more clearer on Spirit's expectations of you. That seems really weird to say, Spirit's expectations of you. And what I mean by that is almost like you put so much expectation on yourself in what it is that you're meant to be doing, how hard you're supposed to be working, and Spirit is like, that isn't going to bring you any closer to me. That isn't going to bring you any closer to Spirit if you're looking for that connection. If you're out there, you know, working and grinding at the office all the time, and you're out there trying to make money, and you're doing the best for everybody except yourself and things like that, that isn't going to build your relationship with Spirit. I feel like that's quite a specific message for somebody. For others of you, this is about the new steps that you are taking in the right direction, but Spirit is just asking you to only look forward, you know, to not look back, and all of the lessons, like the accumulation of things that you're going through is meant to bring you into this beautiful new energy of transformation and success, and, you know, finding out what it is that you're meant to be doing, what your purpose is. And with this Wisdom card, I feel like some of you are meant to share your story. You're meant to spread your wisdom of, you know, where you are now to where you are going to be, and the journey that you're going to have. And it's almost like stepping into the next phase of your life. Like, you're kind of tying up the loose ends here, you're questioning in a few things that are just meant for this lesson at this time, and then as you move forward, as you transform, you will then start to look back on this time and be like, that's why that happened. That's why it was meant to happen this way. My purpose makes sense now. And I think you'll be very surprised of what your purpose is, because it won't look like what you think it will. I feel like you guys have like very clear, almost like milestones that you need to hit, a very straightforward journey of where you need to be. And Spirit's like, you want to go in a straight line, but I need to send you here, 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 here before you can get to that end milestone, right? And I feel like that's probably where the confusion for some of you is coming from, because you're like, it's very clear in what I want to do, it's very clear on where I'm supposed to be. And Spirit's like, well, yeah, kind of, but there's some things that I need you to hit before we can get to that point, okay? So let's pour some Oracle and go just a little bit deeper. Okay, is that 3? That is 3, look at that. So we have cycle with increase. We have events with conflict. And we have spirit with ascended masters. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this is your path with this increase, yeah? Like, it's so straightforward to you. It's very, very clear on where you're supposed to be. I'm at this point and I want to get to this house. Like, that's what you're saying. And Spirit's like, yeah, but I need you to go on the ocean a little bit. I need you to kind of detour. I need you to see the mountains. I need you to, you know, go to the city. I can't, you can't just get to the house. It's not that straightforward, because there are lessons that I need you to learn. Like, it's almost like, yes, okay, you want this big beautiful house here, but if you trust this journey that Spirit is sending you on, then you'll have the house and more, because you're meant to have more. I feel like this is settling. If you just go for the house, you know, metaphorically, it's settling, you know. It's almost like you go to college, you go to university, you know, you have a successful career, you have a family, and you settle down, and then that's it. And that's beautiful, that's absolutely beautiful. But Spirit is like, I can give you more. You are meant to have more. And the reason you're meant to have more is because you're meant to inspire people. You're meant to give your wisdom to people. You're meant to tell your story. Your purpose is much more bigger than you believe it to be. And if you trust these lessons and these detours, then you will find more for yourself. You will have more for yourself than you ever could have imagined. Like, with the Ascended Masters card, I'm getting 2 messages. So one is that you, like, your spirit guides specifically, you know, we have multiple spirit guides like angels and spirit animals and God, I can't even think now. like your ancestors, and there's loads of different types of spirit guides, and Ascended Masters is one of them. So your Ascended Masters as your spirit guides are around you right now, and they're helping you with this transformation and almost like this leveling up process. The second message is that these lessons, these detours, are meant to ascend you at soul level. It's meant to, the word I'm getting is qualify. Like, it's meant to qualify you on your soul journey. It is full purpose of your soul's evolution. Even if it's difficult, even if it's really kind of outside of your box, you know, outside of the route that you would normally take, really outside of your comfort zone, it's meant to grow you in ways that you can't even imagine, right? Spirit is saying to trust in the new. If it's new, if it's shiny, if it's, you know, something again like completely out of your comfort zone, then that's where you need to be in order to be on the path that Spirit needs you to be on. Okay. God, this goes a little bit deep today. Okay. Let's pull some tarot and go deeper. One more shuffle. Okay. Right, so we have Justice. We have the Five of Cups. We have Judgment. Ace of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah. So right away, oh my gosh, and then the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'll just pop that there. So right away with this Three of Wands, I know this is right at the end, but it's the one that stood out to me the most. It's almost like, you know, like you're, how do I explain this? So with the Two of Wands, it's like two different paths, two different journeys, a different decision, that kind of thing. I feel like because we've got the Three of Wands here, it's almost like you already know the destination. You know, like, you know, with this increase card, the destination's there, but we don't know what's behind the house, right? We can see the path, but we don't know what's behind that. And before we get there, there's just a little bit of a different journey before we go straight to the house. And Spirit's like, it's all the same thing. It's all the same place. I can't I can't find the words for this. It's really frustrating, but Spirit, yeah, it's like, get the house, but then there's more. You know, you just have to wait. Do you know what's coming into my head, actually? I don't know if you guys have ever read The Alchemist, right? The book. I can't think of the author's name. It is a beautiful, beautiful book. And I'm going to ruin it for you if you haven't read it. I'm literally just going to tell you the end right now. So this young man basically gets a message that he has a treasure waiting for him in some distant land, right? So he goes through like the most amazing journey, the most amazing transformation, and the lessons that he learns, the people that he meets, just grows him in the most incredible ways. And then at the end of the book, he finds out that his treasure was literally right where he started. And that's the kind of journey that I'm getting for you. It's like you have your prize like in front of you, like this is your house. Let's go back to that, you know, this is your house. But Spirit is like, let me take you on a journey. Let me show you what else is out there. Let's meet different people. Let's find different lands to be a part of. Let's learn new languages. Let's do all of that. because this house is always going to be there. You know, in The Alchemist, that treasure was always his. It belonged to nobody else. You know, Spirit made that very, very clear. That was his treasure. But in order to find it, and in order to appreciate it, and in order for it to be, you know, used in a way that is better, you know, you need to go on this journey before. And what I mean is, like, had he found the treasure right at the start, you know, right where he was, he wouldn't have been able to put the treasure to use in the way that he now can, because of all of the lessons and information and, you know, wisdom that he's gained from his journey. So it's that kind of thing. It's like, yes, okay, you may nearly be there, or yes, okay, that's your end goal, but live a little first, you know. And that could be the situation, you know. You may be somewhere where you're about to buy a house, and Spirit was like, that's amazing, that is really, really good, but what else can we do before we settle down, before we give ourselves complete structure and stability, right? That's something that everyone craves. That's something that everybody wants. And Spirit's like, you're going to have that. You are going to have that. But I just need you to experience other things first. I need you to expand your horizons. I need you to leave your comfort zone just for a little bit longer, so that when you get this stability, when you get this happiness, when you get everything that you want, it's going to feel like a 10 of Cups moment. You know, it's not going to feel anything less than that. It's going to come out as a 10, not an 8 or a 9, but a 10. Yeah, and again with the 3 of Wands, we're not at the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands would be stability. 4 of Wands would be foundation. 4 of Wands would be putting roots down. This is the 3, you know, there's still a little bit more. Still a little bit more. Spirit's just saying to trust that this is for you, you know, and that your purpose will be found within this journey. And this journey is going to look a little bit different for all of you. And obviously that end goal that you're going towards is a little bit different for all of you. Don't fear or don't be saddened if something doesn't work out. I kind of feel for some of you, there may have been a moment where everything was in sight. Like, let's say it was a house and, you know, you were signing papers for the mortgage and all of that, and it was really like go, 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 and you were getting boxes and you were, you know, packing up your stuff. And then, like, at the last minute, the seller decides that he doesn't want to sell the house. And you're like, oh, like, how frustrating. And Spirit's like, because it's not meant for you yet. It's not meant for you yet. There's still things I want you to do. There's still new things out there for you to explore. And at the end of this, you're going to have a better house. Yeah, or you're going to have a better job, or you're going to be in a better position financially to do whatever it is that you need to do. Okay? Whatever is happening is just. It's not happening for no reason, okay? And anything that you feel has been taken from you, or that's kind of been ripped from under your feet, is coming back to you times 10, right? It's coming back to you in abundance. It's coming back to you in much more volume and much more on your vibration, much more on your wavelength. This isn't something that's done by halves. You know, this is something that is really, really meant for you. Spirit's just saying to explore a little bit more. Like, I'm trying to give a few different examples because I feel like it really is personal and individual for everybody. So I'm hoping the metaphor of a house is resonating with you. But if it's like a relationship, let's say you've broken up with somebody, Spirit's like, that's because you're meant to meet other people. You're meant to connect with other people in this lifetime. You may come back to this person at another point, or you may meet someone who is even more in line with you and in line with your vibration. And if you have like any questions, or you just need a little bit more clarity, you need a little bit more support, then seek out your Ascended Master. Seek out the Ascended Master that is close to you right now, or speak directly to Spirit, however you connect with your higher power, whatever that means to you, however you do that. I think that that's going to provide you with the answers. And I feel like that's why I'm struggling to channel it a little bit, because they're asking you to speak to them, because it's so specific. I couldn't give something in a general message that's going to benefit you. You have to connect with them. You have to get that information yourself, and they will just bombard you with wisdom. And that's such a beautiful thing. Like, that's really what they want to give you. We want to give you the wisdom. And I feel, like I said, it's because you're meant to share this journey. Almost, it's probably why I got the book, The Alchemist, in my head. That story was meant to be shared. That author was meant to put that story into the world, right? For reasons like this, so that, people can talk to you about the book and you can learn from the book, and there's lessons about the book. You're meant to do the same thing with your journey. You're meant to offer help and support and guidance to other people who are going through a similar thing to what you are now. And like I said, this is different for every single one of you. It is so different, but it is for purpose. It is meant to be. And whatever you feel has been taken from you is coming back to you times a million. It's just meant for you. Wow, this is powerful. This is powerful stuff, guys. Right, I am going to finish up your message with just a few little nuggets of advice. So yeah, let's just shuffle these out for you. Okay, so this first one says, take 5 or more minutes to concentrate on a divine feeling or a higher thought, doing your best to block out all other distractions. Yeah, take 5 or more minutes just to connect with your divine higher power, whatever that is, because the answers that you need will be with them. You will be able to channel those messages from them. Okay, this one says, take time to tune into your body and recognize the messages it's trying to send you. Yeah, so for some of you, this could be like your intuition may be like a physical feeling, and Spirit's asking you to feel that within your body. For others, it could be taking care of your health. Almost like in preparation for this journey. Not necessarily that you need to be like physically fit, but maybe just like a little bit of a cleanse or a little bit of a fast to help you connect would be beneficial, if that resonates with you, of course. And your last one, express your love through your deeds. Yeah, I feel like when you express or when you speak about your journey, like that's the deed, that's the purpose, that's the wisdom that you're sharing. And it's almost like you'll be expressing love and gratitude for your journey by doing that. Wow. Okay, guys, that is your message. What a beautiful message as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. But I will see you guys next time. Please take care of your divine, beautiful self in the meantime. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome everybody who chose the moon card. This is going to be your message from spirit, whatever you need to know right now. So your first card is butterfly with the soul. Then we have fierceness with Wolverine. We have bright heart, light, open connections. We have tenderness, true love, compassion. And then we have harvest. So it says, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Okay. So what I feel for you guys is that you are no longer doing anything that doesn't feel good, that doesn't feel right for you at the soul, right? I feel like you just want to act with love and move forward with love and compassion and kindness and openness, and you're just kind of over anything that doesn't match that energy for you. I feel for a lot of you, you've really had to like be guarded and have like this quite harsh exterior where you just have to protect yourself. There are, you know, people and connections around you that can make you feel a little bit less than, that put you on the defensive all the time, that make you feel like you have to justify certain things or, you know, explain yourself over something that is really simple or, you know, frankly none of their business, and you're just like, I'm over that. I don't need that. I don't want that in my life. I just want people who love me, people who are going to understand me, people, you know, where I can wear my heart on my sleeve, connections that feel good, connections that are honest and compassionate and make me feel good about myself. And this is like across the board. This is like everywhere. I see like some of you like up and leaving your job because your manager is horrible, up in, you know, moving out because your roommate is an absolute, you know, whatever, leaving romantic relationships, calling out friendships on, you know, the way that they treat you and all of that. And I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. Sometimes we just need to set those boundaries, you know? You need to set those boundaries. And I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to be mean about it, but when you've got to your limit, and I feel like that's where you are, you're at your limit now, and sometimes you just need to tell people about themselves and tell people how they hurt you, how they offend you, how they make you feel. And I feel like, you know, you're just kind of like, I can tell someone, and if they don't receive that, if they don't, you know, understand where I'm coming from, then they don't need me, right? They don't deserve me. And that is just so true. That is just so true. And if you're kind of like, oh, that doesn't really sound like me, Spirit is saying just to embrace that energy a little bit. And like I said, it's not about being mean. It's about protecting yourself. Like, not like you're done protecting yourself, right? So now it's time to assert yourself and make it very clear that this is how I want to be treated. This is what I want my relationship with you to look like. And if that doesn't work for you, then I'm not compromising on it. I'm not putting my energy out there for it to be ruined all the time. you know? And yeah, like, it's literally like, enough is enough. And Spirit's saying, like, when you put this out there, you know, this kind of energy, that what you want is more compassionate relationships, then they're just going to start flowing in. Like new people, or people from your past who you haven't seen in a long time. And, you know, all of those things are just going to start filtering into your life. And when those people come in, it's almost like they'll hold up a mirror to the relationships that don't vibrate at that same frequency as that, if that makes sense. So for example, you could meet like a new friend, you know, and this person is amazing and you enjoy the same stuff, and you know, you can talk on a deeper level and you feel like they're really honest with you and all of that. And then you kind of look at your other friendships and you're like, well, it doesn't work that way with this relationship. And Spirit's saying, like, address that. If you feel that it's not working, if you feel that this relationship isn't, you know, to your standard, then address that. Yeah, it's almost like you're raising your standards, you're raising your expectations of people, because you're tired of being someone's doormat, you're tired of, you know, always giving and never having anything back. And yeah, just go for those connections that feel good, you know. If they don't, then address that. Absolutely. So let's pull some more oracle and go a little bit deeper. Okay, we've got dark thoughts with consciousness. We've got, look, friends and colleagues with people. And we've got taking steps, intention. Right. So yeah, there are unfortunately some people in your life that just put you in a dark place, you know, and I think you've done a very good job to mask that on the surface, to put up with it, to not hurt other people's feelings. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why you haven't kind of called someone out on their behaviors, because you don't want that conflict, you don't want that confrontation. But, you know, internalizing it has now just put you to a place of, I don't care anymore. I cannot take this anymore. I cannot take this for a second longer. You know, and I feel for some of you, and it's just kind of, you know, to be a little bit cautious, because I feel that some of you are going to just blow up. You know, and you're kind of like, I really don't care if this causes confrontation. I really don't care if I don't speak to this person ever again. I just need their behaviour to stop. You know, and if you are at that limit, that point, maybe just take a second just to breathe a little bit and address it in a more compassionate way. I think it's just about remembering that these people are in your life for a reason, and that reason is because you loved that person at some point. You know, love doesn't really go away. You know, that energy, it's pure energy, so it's always going to stay there. It's just shrouded by other things at the minute. It's just shrouded by, you know, their actions and their behaviour, and that's on them. That is completely on them, and you do not need to take any responsibility for that whatsoever. But it's the way that you address it that's going to, you know, that's going to impact the future of this relationship. And it's going to be different for all of you, but you know, if you do need to get very assertive, if it does need to be raised in that way for you to feel heard and for you to feel listened, then you know, that's the way that it has to be, okay? But I think Spirit's just kind of saying, if you want this relationship to, you know, transform or for it to look different, I feel like the delivery of how you implement these boundaries, of how you know, talk to someone about their behavior, needs to be from a place of compassion. And then, like I said, if they don't receive it in that way, then maybe that relationship isn't for you at this time, okay? Because here's why. There are new people coming into you. There are new friends, there are new colleagues, there are new romantic people. For some of you, you've got true love here, right? But whatever it is, whoever it is, they are coming from a place of light. It just doesn't, it's not heavy, it's not confrontational, it's not going to make you feel, you know, weird. Like, you know, when you meet someone sometimes and you just feel a little bit uncomfortable, not because of anything they've done or anything they've said, they just don't match your vibration, right? And I feel like for some of you guys, that could be some of your connections now, some of your friendships, some of your colleagues, some of your family members, whatever. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. When you meet these new people, it's not going to feel like that. It will just click, you know. For some of you, it may take a little bit longer to get to know these people, but for the whole, these people are meant to be in your life. They're meant to make you feel good, right? Open connections. Like, yeah, I hope I've got that across, because it's lovely. It really is lovely. And Spirit is saying, you know, they're coming in because you're taking the right steps in how you address the relationships in your life and how you feel about the relationships in your life. Almost when you think positively of people, when you see the best in people, which I feel you have done forever and ever, right? That's when you genuinely will start to meet people with those best qualities. You know, there are good people out there. And because you've always seen the good in people, even in the people who don't necessarily deserve it, that's why you've got these, you know, amazing people coming into your life now. So let's pull some tarot. These cards are so slick. Bear with me. Okay, so falling out, straight out, we've got the Page of Cups. We've got Strength. The Six of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. And the Knight of Pentacles, yes, okay. I am all for this. I am, yes. Just yes. And sorry, you've got the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So, 2 pages. 2 pages. For some of you, there is a romantic relationship coming in with this Page of Cups. But this romance is so sweet, so like adorable and almost really like, you know, like a crush, and it feels really playful and it feels really like light-hearted. I feel like a lot of your previous relationships, whether romantically or, you know, platonically, whatever, have been quite heavy, quite intense, quite just not this kind of energy, you know. And then you've got this lovely kind of fresh offer of a romantic relationship in your life that just feels, like I said, sweet and cute. Like there's a lot of compliments, there's a lot of, you know, affection, there's a lot of, you know, I'm going to shower you with gifts, I'm going to shower you with attention, like, you know, falling asleep on the phone and all of that just really beautiful stuff, sending flowers to your workplace, just romantic and sweet and those types of things. And, you know, in previous relationships, it's been too heavy, or, you know, none of that romance was met, or none of those needs were met, and now you're coming into a relationship where that is like the first and foremost, you know. That's it. So it's like in other relationships you had to ask for this kind of stuff, you had to really kind of fight and battle for this to even be present in your relationship. And now this comes without asking. You know, this comes without you having to say anything, and it's just fresh and it's lovely. For others of you, you are meeting someone who really connects with you intellectually, really like stimulates your brain and expands your horizon, and, you know, gives you different viewpoints on things. And for some of you, it could even be like meeting like a teacher or a professor in something, a lecturer, maybe even a scientist for some of you. Just someone who is really, really smart, really, really intellectual, and loves a good debate. One that you can really like sink your teeth into and engage with. And I feel like the information you take from these kinds of conversations with this person just like elevates you in terms of how you perceive things, how you think about the world, how open your mind is, and you're just going to be like, oh my god, like I love it. Like you just want to speak to this person for hours and hours. For some of you, because we do have the Strength card here, you could be a Leo, or a certain person who's coming into your life could be a Leo, or they just exude Leo energy. There is a huge radiance about these people coming into your life. Like they are larger than life personalities. They have a beautiful character, and they almost kind of like command the room. And you're going to be a part of that. Like you're going to be a part of that group. You are going to exude that same energy because you match on your vibration. Okay. And with this Six of Pentacles, it's like what you give, you also get back. You know, it's that harvest. And, you know, he holds scales in this card. So it's a balance. You know, you're not going to be out of pocket. You're not going to feel that you've given too much, because they will give it back to you in the same way that you do, you know. And it's solid. It's really, really solid. It's stable. And it's meant to feel good to you at the soul. You know, those are the connections that you've been asking for. And that's exactly what you're getting here, you know. For some of you, it may take a little bit of time to build up to this, you know, beautiful place, but you will get there. You absolutely will get there. So yeah, and don't feel bad about letting certain relationships go, letting certain people, you know, just building distance between certain people. You know, if you feel that they cloud your energy in any way, you don't have to respond to that text. You don't have to go to that event. If you feel better just not interacting with them, then don't interact with them. You know, I feel like this really is the time to step into your strength, to just be yourself and be in relationships that you want to be in. You know, I feel like you're done with that. You really, really are. And you know, the Taking Steps card is here. It's about taking those steps to get to this beautiful place of these beautiful people that are coming into your life. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off your reading with a few cards of advice. Okay, so this one says, take 5 or more minutes to concentrate on a divine feeling or a higher thought, doing your best to block out all other distractions. Yeah, some of you may have almost like manifested these people into your life through like law of attraction, but I feel like if you just concentrate for a second on how it's meant to feel to be with these people, then you will absolutely know these people when you meet them, if that makes sense. So when you concentrate on it and you know, embrace on how it's supposed to feel, when you finally meet these people, you'll experience that same feeling and you'll be like, right, that's who I'm meant to surround myself with. Okay, we've got, distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. Yeah, like I said, if you have to detach from certain people, if you have to go a little bit hermit mode on people just to feel better, you know, or, you know, if you need to connect with your guides or if you need to connect with spirit, don't feel bad about not replying to that text, because it will support you more deeply than you realize. And the last one, don't be afraid to slow down, as this is when you can make real inner changes. Yeah, that's just adding on to what we were saying. Yeah, if you need to hermit mode people, if you need to ghost people, then you go ahead and do that. Okay, just protect yourself, protect your energy, you know, and just do what's best for you. Absolutely. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Those are your messages. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe to this video, and in the meantime, take care of your divine beautiful selves, and I will see you next time. Bye guys. Hello and welcome everybody who chose the star card. This is going to be your reading for today. So we have polar bear ancestors, hostilities, conflict and unrest, protection with lioness. Just pop these down here. River of blessings, releasing constraints. And then best possible decision. It says, Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Okay. So right off the bat, what I'm getting for you guys is your ancestors are surrounding you, like surrounding you. For some of you, big cats could be really significant or could hold like some message for you. We've got the panther in this one, we've got a leopard in this one, and obviously the lioness in this one as well. This is, I feel like these ancestors are coming from like your maternal side, or like a long line of maternal, of like women. So this could be like either one of your grandmothers, and it just kind of goes on from there. Or however that resonates, I feel like I feel like you connect with this line very, very closely. And they are letting you know that that connection, excuse me, that connection that you have only gets stronger. And working with that connection has helped you overcome a lot of things, and has also very much helped that particular bloodline release certain things and heal certain things. And the work that you do is like really important to that. Really, really important to that. There seems to be a decision that you need to make. You know, almost like a fork in the road. Where do I go from here? What decision do I make? Have I made the right choice? Those types of things. And your ancestors are saying, yes, you have. Yes, you have. And for some of you, the reason why it feels so like weird, like so against the grain for you, is because it wasn't something that would have been approved of. For some of you it's family, for others of you it's different types of communities, maybe like your spiritual community or something like that. But you've made a decision, or you're about to make a decision to do something, and it's a little bit against the grain of how you would have normally handled things. And your ancestors in spirit are coming through to say, yes, you have made the right decision. I feel like by making this decision, you've been able to release a lot of things that felt very constricting for you. This may have been something that was playing on your mind. This may have been something that was causing, arguments within family, within, like I said, certain communities. Even, maybe even like your workplace or like your friendship groups. And you've made this decision or you're about to make this decision to just kind of free yourself from it. And by doing that, like, you not only liberate yourself, but you also liberate your bloodline of something. Like, it's almost like healing. Wow, this is deep, guys. This is really deep. Yeah, it's like there's certain conflict within your bloodline, within your family, and you've just kind of decided that that's not for you anymore. For some of you, wow, okay, for some of you, this is literally like almost like cutting a family member out. Let's say you had like a parental figure who just wasn't showing up, who just wasn't doing what they were supposed to, and you're almost like, I'm grown now. I don't need you to be in and out. I don't need you to not put me first. I don't need you to be this type of way in my life forever. And you're like, I'm kind of done with that. Or maybe you've got like, I think everyone's got this kind of uncle who they're just a certain type of way, that they're a little bit sarcastic, they're a little bit, whatever, and you were the one to put this person in their place. And it's just sent like a ripple effect through your bloodline, through your family, of how well you've overcome this conflict, this unrest, this thing that just restricts you a little bit, not a little bit, but a lot. You've got some really good healing happening to your bloodline because of you, because of the decision you've made, because of the way you've handled yourself in a certain aspect. And they're proud of you. They're very, very proud of you. Let's go a bit deeper. So we have a creative endeavour with events. It's all coming up upside down. Consciousness, happy success. And events again with milestone. Yeah, you've reached a point where almost like your ancestors are celebrating for you. For some of you, very specifically, maybe just like one person, the decision was like you fell in love with somebody, like you've created a connection with somebody who you really, really love and adore, and you've got a beautiful, beautiful connection. And maybe like your family or your friends or whatever just wasn't on board with this connection. And you're like, well, I'm going to have a relationship with this person regardless. Almost like this isn't up for discussion anymore. I'm not having you put down my partner. I'm not having you put down, you know, my soulmate because of some tradition or because of some type of feeling that you have. You know, you're starting to put your happiness first. And making that decision is a hard decision. It's a very hard decision to go up against. Not up against, but you know, it's a hard decision to tell that to your family, to put yourself first. Because, you know, for a lot of communities, myself included, right? Family it's everything. It's made out to be everything. And you're just kind of like, I need to put me first. And I think that is so brave. It is so, so brave. And you shouldn't be made to feel guilty about that choice that you've made. Okay? Your ancestors are almost saying like, we wish we made that same decision. We wish that we were able to do the same. We wish we were able to stand our ground when it came to something that would have made us happy. You know, I don't think there's anything selfish with what you've asked for. I feel like you've done it from a place of kindness and appreciation, and you've been very respectful about it. And yeah, like, you shouldn't be made to feel guilty because of the decision that you've made. You've only done it because it was important to you. You know, it was very important to you. For others of you, this could have been like deciding not to go to university, or deciding that you wanted to travel, or it could be anything, guys. It could be anything. But what you've done has released the constraints, I think I'm saying that right, the constraints around your bloodline. And I feel like I said, it's a ripple effect. So I feel like you may have inspired somebody in your family to make that same decision consciously. You could have like a sibling or a cousin or anything like that, almost even like a goddaughter or godson who's looking up to you and being like, I want to be like that, or I want to be able to stand my ground like that. Yeah, like, you've done a lot more than you think in making this one decision. Okay. Oh. Oh gosh. Am I keeping these spirit? Yes, okay. Okay, so flipped over for you, but 2 of Cups we have, and the 9 of Cups. We have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got Strength. Look, yeah, for some of you, big cats are really important. Like, literally, as I place that deck, it's gone right under the Lioness card. Like, and I feel that, yeah, I feel that your ancestors are like fierce. Like, they are really fierce, powerful ancestors. And I honestly the way that I'm picturing your ancestors is as like big cats. Like, they come through as like a different big cat. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it's mesmerizing. But yeah, I feel like if you have a spirit animal that's a big cat, even if for some of you, like one person, like if, let's say, your grandmother passed away, or an auntie, or, you know, a feminine figure that was really close to you, I think she would have said that she would send you messages through big cats. So this is just extra confirmation. Like, this is a really strong message of big cats. Like, if that resonates with you, then this is definitely your reading, and they are coming through strong for you. Okay, so with your tarot, the Nine of Cups, what I'm seeing this as, so the Ten of Cups would be, you know, it's associated with family a lot of the time. It's kind of the ultimate goal. But the Nine of Cups, like this person is sat by themselves, but they have emotional fulfillment. So it's kind of telling me, like, there's possibilities in being happy and managing the dynamic within your family and your loved ones, in ways that suit you, you know. In the one before, you know, in the Eight of Cups, so before the Nine of Cups, that person walks away from a lot. He walks away, and then he comes into the Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment. And this is where you are now, or are about to be when you make this decision. Happiness is successful without family, and that's a really strong statement. That is a very strong statement. I understand exactly what I just said. Okay, I come from a Caribbean family. I understand what I've just said. Okay, and I feel like people are going to come at me for that, but it is true. It is true. Okay, when you manage your family dynamic in a way that suits you, you know, that's where your fulfillment is going to come from. And like I said, this is new, and I think this is new across your family completely, across your loved ones, across your community. I'm saying family, but you can switch this to however you want. Okay, yeah, you could be like the first person to kind of step out of that box, you know, because you felt so constricted by it in the past. You really felt tied up in their expectations, in their traditions. And I feel like for some of you, what you're really worried about is the gossip that comes with it. You know, for the most part, I don't feel that your family or your community were, you know, hostile towards you, or that they were, you know, unfriendly. I feel like on the surface they were quite accepting of your decision, or they, you know, they will be, but you're worried about the conversations that take place when you leave the room, you know. And the perfect quote I can think of, and I can't remember who said it, is people's opinions of you are not your business. People's opinions of you is none of your business. So those conversations can take place, But you don't need to worry about that, because you've got your own things to fulfill. You've got your own places to be, you know? For some of you, like I said, this is you choosing a soulmate over your family, your community. And it's worth it. It is worth it. And I feel like whatever kind of unrest that came from choosing this soulmate will sort itself out. You know, your soulmate will be accepted into your family. They will be accepted into your community and your friendship group. I feel like your family just have to get used to you doing things on your own terms. Because like I said, this is a new energy. You know, it's a new kind of dynamic that they're working with. And it just takes a little bit of adjustment sometimes. For some of you as well, I feel like there is an apology that will come with this. And I feel like the more you hold your ground, almost like the more sincere the apology is going to be. So it's not like you've just kind of said something about, you know, I'm not happy about the way you've treated me. And then the next day you've gone back and, you know, everything's the same and you're not kind of, you know, holding them to that boundary. I feel like you've kind of put that out there and you're waiting for them to come to you. And I feel like the more time this person has to think about what they've said or what they've done, like it really is going to click as to why you've called them out on that. Yeah, just a little bit of a side message in case somebody needed to hear that. Very, very powerful things, guys. But yeah, just know that your ancestors are directly with you and you have done a lot of liberation for them. They're very, very proud of you. So I'm just going to finish up your message with a few cards of advice. So we have, use equanimity to calm your emotions. Yeah, try. Another pile got a similar message, where if you have to address your family or your community in a particular way, just be careful of how you do this. For some of you, you are at your limit, you know, of how much you can take. But remember that you have to see your family again. You know, you want these relationships to remain healthy. So the way that you address that is really going to be important. Take responsibility for every thought and feeling. It can affect the whole universe. Wow. Take responsibility for every thought and feeling because it can affect the whole universe. The decisions that you make have affected everything. Has affected your ancestry, has affected your bloodline, has affected your family that are with you here in the 3D now. Every thought and every feeling has a ripple effect. And that's exactly what you've done. Unintentionally or intentionally, but you've released a lot for your family. Express your love through your deeds. There you go. Express your love for your bloodline through your deeds, through your actions. Amazing stuff, guys. Look at that. Okay. Pile 3, those are your messages. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my channel if these messages resonated with you. Please take care of your divine beautiful selves in the meantime, and I will see you next time. Take care, guys.